What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Judging on Play. Today we're going to be reacting to another video. We're going to be watching Please Stop Wearing Blonde Wigs. Personally, I don't got no problem with blonde wigs. Wear what you want. It's your hair, your body, your choice, all that great stuff, you know, spread positivity. But I feel like just by reading this title, this dude's going to be on some crazy stuff, so I wanted to react to it. So let's go ahead and get started to this video. If you're new, make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Get on my face.
Huh?
Get on my face.
But don't black women want to be white though? That makes sense though. Ma'am, please.
No, I'm about to start screaming.
Oh,
why are you gonna scream at me?
She should have been done that.
You saying some bullshit.
I'm telling the truth though.
Oh!
Brother.
Oh!
Oh, what is the most beautiful race of women on the earth?
Black women, no.
Why would you guys say black? Why do you say black?
Shit.
You good?
Yes, black people are beautiful, duh.
Why wouldn't you say it's white women though?
Oh, get on my
wow.
face.
Huh?
Get on my face.
But don't black women want to be white though? That makes sense though. Ma'am, please.
No, I'm about to start screaming.
Why are you gonna scream at me for? What'd I do?
At that point, she shouldn't even said it. She should have just did it. Be like, why are you filming me? Like, you gotta be like one of those people. She should have just been done that. And he's setting her up perfectly too. That's the thing. He running a complete pick and roll.
You saying some bullshit.
I'm telling the truth though. What is the most beautiful race of women on the earth?
Black women.
Why do you say black?
Facts.
I don't know. I mean, I am black, obviously. My mother's black. My grandmother's black. Everyone in my family is black. I mean, I wouldn't say black is the only race that has beautiful women, but since I'm melanin, of course, that's what I'm going to say.
Okay. Don't you feel like maybe white women might be the most beautiful race on the earth? Like, possibly.
No.
But, okay,
Okay, so this is why I don't do public interviews, because look at her face right now. But that's besides the point. I don't do public interviews is because I don't want to be ignorant. I feel like this dude should have like a requirement to where it's like if they give a bad answer, then he should press it like the last girl. But like this girl, she gave a good answer. He should just be like, all right, bet, thank you, have a good day, and then move on to somebody else that's more, yeah.
white women are not the most beautiful race of women on the earth, then how come a lot of black women want to be like white women? How come a lot of Asian women want to be like white women? How come a lot of Africans want to be like white women?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know too many people that want to be like white women, but I have seen some on social media. I don't know. I feel like some people look up to them as the standard, but not me.
Okay.
Okay, he said Africans, Asians, black people. I personally don't know too many black people that want to be white, but there's more white people that I know that want to be black, just based from cultures, tendencies, stuff like that. I don't know. The dude's making some
I do understand
statements.
that, but
Also,
yes.
I feel like maybe they don't have enough self-love, but then it's also a case where some people are just, they grow up around a bunch of white people, so that's kind of all they know. So yeah.
Oh, that's another good thing. People attach being civil and professional respect all to just being white. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like maybe that's where she going with or where he going with. Like, you can't walk around in a suit and tie and speak and enunciate your words properly and people will call you white. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but what about the black women that wear like 613 blonde wigs, straight wigs and things like this? Because if they didn't see a white woman do it first, why would they even have the inclination to put on a straight blonde wig or anything like that?
I mean, a white woman's hair is naturally straight, but black women can have straight hair too. All you have to do is fire it. And I feel like as for the color, it's just color. I wouldn't say that women get 613 wigs because white women have it.
But I do understand that. But if God wanted you to have straight hair,
hey, this man is crazy. He said, I understand that because what she said is 100% true. It's not really too much about the texture necessarily. It's just like, hey, you want to try blonde, black people look good in a lot of stuff, let's put on the blonde. Oh, I understand, but now let me do something to counter that, even if it's gonna, let's see if it's gonna be good at least.
don't you think he would have put you on this planet that way? Because the thing about straightening your hair as well, that actually damages your hair. So by the time it gets here, like, you're always trimming it off. So like, why do black women do things that damage their hair to achieve this look of straightness?
I think that there's a way to straighten your hair while keeping it healthy. And then as for the trimming part, you have to trim your hair regardless of if you straighten it or not. That's actually how to retain your hair. And to make sure you don't get split ends and things like that, you have to trim it regardless of if you straighten it or not. God did put us on this earth with curly hair, but it's different types of curly hair. Some are closer to the straight ends, some are closer to the more kinky, and their curls are a little bit tighter. But again, I don't think straightening your hair means you want to be like a white woman.
Okay.
And even if you were gonna look at it from that perspective, Asian people have naturally straight hair. There are other races that have naturally straight hair. So even if I did want to straighten my hair, it wouldn't, like, who says it's because a white woman is doing it or because that's how their hair is? It could be because that's how our Asian woman's hair is. That's not the case at all for me, but I'm just saying it's not always white women, you know?
I hope she has a significant other. I was gonna say boyfriend, but I don't know how she rocking. But people like that gives great answers, and have a good head on their shoulder. That's more attractive than the looks itself.
I do understand that, but I mean, like, if black people were never colonized, they would never even have the chance really to see anybody with straight hair in the first place. So if we lived in all black societies and black communities, it would be afros, it would be dreads.
I thought this was going to be one of those people that be trying to be like, hey, stop wearing blondes. You want to be. This dude is on something else. I was not expecting this. She just gave you an example of how we have indigenous, Asian people, whatever. So even if you did live in an all black community and you only see Afros or whatever, you can still see outside influences. Like, hey, I see an Asian person, but I think he's trying to push this white agenda too hard.
It would be twists. It would be things like
and
that.
It doesn't sound right.
So how could you not get it from a white person? Because Asians didn't colonize us, so it has to be them. Am I right?
Doesn't matter.
I can definitely.
It don't matter. You can still see. Just because you live in a black community doesn't mean you're not going to see what's going on in Asia in a completely different goddamn continent. I think he's really pushing this.
You see it from your perspective, but again, I still feel like because of the how far we've come with like technology and different devices and flat irons and blow dryers and things like that, I feel like eventually we might have ended up getting to a point where we flat iron our hair.
So you're saying because of the inventions that, like, Madam C.J. Walker, I think it is, invented the curling iron or something like that. Like, these inventions cause black women to straighten their hair and things like that.
I wouldn't say the inventions caused it. I would say it kind of encouraged it, but even then, just because we have the inventions doesn't mean you have to straighten your hair. Some people don't prefer to straighten their hair. Some people do like to straighten their hair. I don't straighten my hair often, but obviously right now I'm straightening because I have a sew-in. So I feel like it kind of depends. You can choose to use like flat irons and hot combs to straighten your hair, but then you can also choose not to. So I feel like it's just the good knowing that you have the option to do it. That's what the inventions are for.
Okay. I'm pro natural.
Oh my god, this dude. Okay, I'm gonna stop pausing so much, but I feel like part of the arguments is like either your mind is changed or you walk away with a different understanding, right? I feel like he's trying to push her to think like him, when I think her thought process is better and her understanding is better, but it seems like he's trying to push it onto her, which is of how a bad person argues or get off their point.
All the way, because
he said
a lot
hair
of black
choice.
women.
He said I'm pro hair choice.
Knowing that you have the option to do it. That's what the inventions are for.
Okay. I'm pro natural all the way, because a lot of black women straighten their hair a lot because of insecurities. Like I'm not saying you necessarily, but a lot of black women feel insecure about their natural curls. They don't like shrinkage and things like that. So that's why they straighten their hair, put on wigs and weaves. And they also do it because they say convenience. I don't believe that, because anything that you love, you will make time for. Do you agree with that statement?
I mean, I agree, but like you said, sometimes people just don't have the time for it. Obviously, sometimes you do your natural hair. I do my natural hair sometimes, but like you said, it's the convenience. Like homecoming was a few weeks ago. I wanted to get something that would be easy to maintain, like when I would just want to wake up and go somewhere, like we spontaneously go to a party, and that will also look cute. And yes, my natural hair would be cute, very cute, but I just wanted something different. Like you said, I feel like the people that I know that straighten their hair, I wouldn't say that it's because they're like, oh, I don't like my shrinkage, so I'm gonna straighten it. If that was the case, I feel like if shrinkage and not liking your curls was the reason you got your hair flat ironed, I feel like people would just get relaxers, which is different than getting your hair straightened every few weeks.
Is it different though? Is it really?
Yes. A relaxer you have to grow out in order to get your natural curls back. When you get your hair straightened or flat ironed or hot combed, you just need to wash it a couple of times, maybe do a few masks, and your curls will be back, bounce right back.
Okay.
If your hair is healthy.
Okay, I do see that, but like we were talking about earlier, like straightening your hair damages it and stuff like that. You were saying that you have to cut your hair anyway or trim it anyway. But I'm saying if you don't straighten it, then you'll have to do less trims because there's going to be less split ends. Because if you take care of your natural hair, you won't have to trim it all the time, or it won't get split ends like that. Because straightening it can cause split ends. Right. So.
But it's like that. It's a lot of things that can cause split ends. Straightening it can cause split ends sometimes. Not trimming it often enough can cause split ends. But like I said, if you go to certain people that know how to do hair, if you go to hair specialists and they straighten your hair, they flat iron your hair, they'll tell you, like, they'll just advise you on how often you should get it flat ironed, and they'll also give you products that you can use to make sure that your curls do bounce back and that your hair's not damaged or your curls aren't stretched out. That's another thing. There's a difference between your curls being stretched out and having actual damage and your hair being dead. And I feel like a lot of people don't know that. They think that because their curls are a little bit looser than what it was before that their hair is damaged, but it's just stretched out. And that's not always from flat ironing. It can also be from stuff like doing slick back ponytails when your hair is in its curly state, different things like that.
My last question today. How do you feel about white women who wear culturally black hairstyles like box braids and things like that?
Personally, I'd be like, hey, do what you want to do, because I already know there's too many people out there that's already gonna get mad, so I'm not about to be on top of those people that's already mad. So I'm like, hey, if you want to do that, go ahead. I personally don't think a lot of them even look good with box braids, but if you want to do that, again, be my guest, have fun. I'm not gonna comment on it. I'm gonna just be like, you have nice hair, thumbs up, have a good day.
Are you gonna try and connect this question back to how black women wear straight hair like white women?
Yeah, I probably would do that, depending on what you say.
I've gotten that a lot. I just feel like white people have been known to steal everything else from black people. Why do they need to steal this? Their hair is literally not made for things like box braids. It is too fine. It's not thick enough. I don't get why they do it. They don't look right, but hey, that's not my business. That's not my head, so I'm gonna stay out of it.
So you don't feel like they look better than black women with box braids?
Hell no.
That's
but,
crazy.
My Uber is here, so.
Oh, okay. I appreciate your interaction. You have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, she deserves.
So, what is the most beautiful race of women on the earth?
Don't say just be like black woman.
I mean, of course I'm biased, so I'm gonna say black women, but you know,
Okay.
everybody has their good qualities and their bad qualities.
So, but why wouldn't you say white? Like, because white women, they're like the pinnacle of beauty.
I feel like that is only it.
Okay, my question. Let's ask him this question. What does he think the most beautiful race is? Because he, at one point when you push an argument so much, you start to feel like they're on the other side. Is he on the other side?
Like society's terms, not necessarily mine though.
Okay.
This is a good video,
So
though.
I feel like a lot of black women believe that white women are the most beautiful as well. Because a lot of black women wear straight blonde wigs. So that means you guys have to believe they're the most beautiful because you don't see them wearing kinky curls on their head. Right?
I mean,
A lot of black women wear blonde wigs, so they have to think they're the pinnacle of beauty. Right.
I don't necessarily think that's true.
Uh-huh.
I think a lot of like the ideals that people believe in are like, they were kind of like ingrained on us.
Oh, okay.
I feel like, especially with like the younger generations, like that's not as true anymore. But I also don't really think that like hair type doesn't really like have much to do with like it more depends on like the styles and stuff, because I know a lot of people use that argument like
It's not the color, it's the style.
wearing
Just
straight
like the
long
other
wigs, but
woman
like
said.
that's genetics, that's not culture.
It's not culture, but at the same time, where would a black person even get that from if they didn't see a white woman do it?
I mean, true, that's probably influence, but like there's also black people who are born like that.
There is, but only albinos and then the Melanesians, that's one tribe in Africa. And it's only the kids that have the blonde hair. Once they reach adulthood, they don't have blonde hair anymore. So black women are not going into the salon saying, hey, I want to get blonde hair because I see Melanesians and albinos having this blonde hair.
I don't think they say it because white people have blonde hair either.
But who do they see? Because human beings.
Okay, I think what a lot of these women are trying to say that I agree with is it has nothing to do with the color. It has to do with just the texture, right? They want flat hair. You can see an Asian person with flat hair. You might not see him with blonde flat hair, but you see an Asian person with flat hair, this person with flat hair, whatever. So you're like, I want flat hair. Now it's just about picking what color you want. You know, yes, white people are more naturally blonde, but they're not picking in blonde because, oh, this person, I'm looking at a white person, I want a blonde. No, it's just I wanted this color because of that. I wanted red, I wanted this, I wanted that. That's all they're doing. Like I said, I think you should be doing these questions towards people that have terrible answers. Like once you realize somebody have a good answer, they're like, hey, bro, you good. You know what I'm saying? You smart and I like the way you think.
Things are all about influence. Everything you have on, the way you styled your hair is because you see maybe somebody else do it. You've seen somebody on a magazine. So where would you even get that influence of putting a blonde wig on if it wasn't for you seeing a white woman with blonde hair first?
I mean, that's true, but I don't think it's necessarily like I said, I feel like it's ingrained in it, like it's kind of unconscious maybe, but like for me personally, when I switch up my hairstyle, it's like I want to switch it up because I want to look different, like I want to try something new.
Oh, that's why?
So,
okay.
For me personally, yeah, I can't speak for everybody, but
Okay, I guess I'll accept your answer today. I won't hold you too long.
My goal is to get as many black women to wear their natural hair as possible. This is a good video. I feel like maybe a couple of his points could be better to then engage in a more open conversation. Let's say, for example, a girl did see a white woman with blonde hair, so they're like, hey, I want to put on a white blonde wig. Does that mean they think they're the most beautiful? No, but they could be a compliment. They could be an influence. Like if one person did it and then another person seen it and liked it, so they did it, and one person looked more beautiful, that doesn't mean they're gonna think the other one is the pinnacle of beauty. It's just, you know, what you want. But again, at the end of the day, it's still a good video. Let's see some of these comments. She was talking sense. See, look, people, look, to all the women out there, if you watch this, dudes will notice when you are smart and when you say stuff that makes sense, that is more beautiful than your looks. But I'm also a believer in just being more natural too. I'm on his side when it comes to being natural, but his reasoning, his arguments is just not. I'm on the other side. But if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything else you want me to react to, put it in the comments. Peace and love to y'all.